Welcome back, Wrestle Nerds. Victor Villain here. 3 titles up for grabs tonight. We get a word from Tennille Dashwood and a hell of a main event worth a lot to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Victory Road pre-show from your boys at Heels, Pops, and Chairshot. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves.
Mischief, you heard it. And I'm really excited about tonight, man. Tonight's going to be a lot of fun. Impact has been putting together quite the product. Quite frankly, very underrated. So tonight's a really good night to really go on that victory road to Bound for Glory. And I hope we get some shakeups tonight. Make some interesting moves.
What say you? Does say so.
Pretty chubby flaco, dímelo mi gente. And let's get this show on the road.
Word to Big Bird. And yes, I mentioned 3 championship title bouts for you tonight. And who better to prep you than the bad guys? We're going to kick it off with our boy. That's right, Rohit. He's in a lot of heat. Not just like we are, but that's right behind us. Está picando.
El culito mío está on fire.
But he's been causing up a stir, man. He stole that championship, that X Division championship from our boy, Mr. Chris Bay himself. And now he got a lot of pay for it. But, he's opened up an open challenge. Who's going to answer?
I hope Chris Bay gets another crack at this, man. I can't see him just let this go. I know stipulations aside, I really want to see Chris Bay get another crack at this belt. Tonight, though, I think the big name has been TJP.
Well, right? the thing is that he's not gonna defend it against anybody who he has already defended the title against in the past. However, so that opens up to other players here.
Has he defended the title against Suicide?
No, he is not. So he's a heavy favorite in our book. That's for sure.
What if we get a newcomer in the picture? What if we get a returning Lio Rush into Impact Wrestling?
So you mean the retired Lio Rush? I don't know. Talk to Joey Janela about that shit.
I don't know. Well, he's not retired because he just started his OnlyFans account a couple of days ago. So
you signed up. You all in too. You got the premium package. That's what she said. Listen, but Lio Rush. You don't what?
I don't sign up and tell about it.
Ooh, you keep secrets. That's dirty, man. But Lio Rush, he went to GCW, right? He's been doing things with GCW. He's been wrestling around. He's got another date up and coming with Violence and Suffering against Brian Cage.
Ooh.
Which I thought was a really dope match.
He works for a company that I know about too.
Oh yeah, I think they're but the fact of the matter is that Lio Rush would be dope, but I just don't see that happening, right? Because he can be tied up elsewhere to that point.
Okay.
But I like the idea of somebody coming from outside. And who could that be? Any ideas, Victor Villain?
I have no idea of anybody specific, but I would like to entertain that there's plenty of free agents out there, so I know there's going to be some kind of surprise in store for us.
Question mark.
Some karate? Okay. I'm very open to NWA talent jumping ship, so let's see what happens tonight. Or maybe somebody that on Impact already. What? How about our boy Mac? Maybe he wants another shot at
Willie Mac.
Willie Mac might want to come back. Jump in and get that title back.
Jeff Cobb is still out there, right? Did he ever get officially signed to anywhere?
I think he might be
working in Japan right now.
I think he might be signed to NJPW.
Putting him working that T1 Classic, that's for sure.
Oh, that's true, right? Who else could it be? Damn, I don't know, man. I'm excited. I hope it is somebody that I'm not expecting. I really do.
You know,
I hope
you know who isn't signed to a company? Pineapple Pete.
Oh, shout out to Pineapple Pete. Running around loosely out there now these days too. Yes,
he's been here and there.
He He
Are we
just
gonna
left
be excited
AEW,
about
so
that though? Like, are you gonna be
Hell
excited
no.
about
I
it?
don't
You might have to
know
tweet
about
your
Hell
that.
review.
no.
I just, you know what I mean? Like, I love him, but like, is that like gonna move the needle for people? Geez, I don't
But I
know,
love that
man.
you said move the
Dang
needle.
it.
Because if we're talking about moving the needle, let's just push it out the damn way, right? We had an interesting conversation with one Tennille Dashwood earlier this week. And she had a lot to say about her matchup coming up with Jordan Grace. Why don't you roll that footage for us real quick, Mr.
How you doing, Tanil? Thanks for the time today, guys. Appreciate it. Your career has been well documented, and your arrival at Impact has been very well received. What does a victory this Saturday over Jordan in such a marquee feature match do for your career, and what does it mean to you at this point?
I guess some people apparently don't think I've, earned my spot or coming back trying to take the spotlight, which is bizarre to me. But I guess that would cement the fact that I do deserve to be where I am. I already proved that in the main event where I won. So it's just, this will be the end of a very annoying chapter where Jordan Grace won't stop following me around and stalking me on social media. She clearly wants to follow in my footsteps with all the photo shoots she's doing and all the things she does, but I don't know, maybe it's a little bit of jealousy or whatever it is, but I'm kind of over it at this point. So I plan to kind of end things on Saturday in this now third match we're having. And then I can go on to bigger and better things, things that make me happy, which is the most important thing. So I'm really looking forward to that, like the championship, for instance.
Likewise. Thank you.
Guys is right. I am excited as she is to see her move on to bigger and better things like that women's championship, that knockouts championship, by the way. But how do we feel about that? Because this is the third match. This is the highly anticipated rubber match. Might I say, because Jordan got the upper hand this past week, made Tennille Dashwood tap out. But this is the one I think Tennille comes up on top. What do you guys think?
Man, I find it hard to really give up on Jordan Grace like that. And that's no knock on Tennille Dashwood, right? Like, she's a tremendous talent. But I feel really bad about Jordan Grace taking this L. And what feels like a fall from Grace. Like, now, if like an L here for Jordan Grace would feel like, her winning the title was a million years ago. I don't know, to me. You know what I mean? Like, it would put so much distance between her and being a champion. And I don't think it would be as bad for Tennille to take an L here. I don't know.
I mean, this is the third match between them, so this is an undecided tiebreaker. And I feel like the winner of this match is definitely going to be a launching pad towards that number one contendership in the future after Bound for Glory. So let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. I mean, I'm here for it. One person not losing is the fan, because this is definitely going to be a match to watch. And shout out to the cameraman. Oh my God.
Oh.
Hold
on. Nobody picked, like, y'all didn't pick somebody?
Tennille Dashwood.
I think Vic picked the cameraman.
Down. And the cameraman. I'm going with that.
I think Tennille's gonna take this one.
Damn, all right. Y'all both lost. All right, cool then. Because it's going to feel so good to be right. And you know what else feels good? This storyline, right? Tommy Dreamer can always and has always told a great story. At least, as far as I've followed his career, I've always loved his work. Tommy Dreamer. And Brian Myers has a lot to prove in this match. Like, Tommy Dreamer's a legend. He doesn't have to prove nothing to nobody. And this is an opportunity at redemption for Brian Myers. He's got to get the W here. Brian losing this match is a hard pill to swallow. Now, Tommy Dreamer is a legend and blah, 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 but Tommy Dreamer does the job and he'll do a show. Like, he'll put on a show doing it. So I think Brian has to win to be taken seriously as an Impact professional wrestler, as not like a tag team gimmick wrestler, as like some podcaster with action figures.
Right.
You know, like if you want, like you need to beat Tommy Dreamer here. Like that's a good first bar to defeat.
Yeah, I agree here. But I love the fact that it's actually a story now. Like he's involved in something. He's not floating around, jobbing around here. Like he came in, he did, and immediately boom, program with Tommy Dreamer. Now we're gonna have a little banger, and we're gonna go from here. And I think this is just the beginning of a prominent future for him here at Impact. Let's hope so. For Brian.
Who you guys have in this match?
I like Brian. I definitely like Brian Myers here.
Yeah,
Brian
I feel like
Myers?
he's gotta win. He's gotta win. He's gotta win. Like
He got
what?
that chip on his shoulder for sure.
He loses, and then what? Unless they're gonna carry out, like if they're gonna carry out a story with Tommy Dreamer that goes further, then he takes the loss, and then we'll, redemption, right? But if this is it, like, then who cares? Then who cares, right? Like what's he doing? Like, all right, so he's just some guy that's gonna take L's to.
I don't want to feel, and even if it's not, like, it could be a loss that means something more, right? And maybe it does work out. Just the fact that it's so close to him being removed from the WWE and him doing all of that over there, I gotta see him win. I gotta see something.
Yeah.
And winning is the immediate factor here, because all he's done was lose. So I mean,
or maybe we see a hardcore side to it all. Maybe
I'm
we
willing
see
to see
a DQ that leads to something. So I think if nothing else, Brian Myers is good at feeling out the people. I think he's good at the internet. I think he's good at Twitter. I think he has a feel for like what people want, and I really hope that he knows that taking an L here would be hard.
Let's hope for an entertaining bout between the two, which I definitely think we're gonna have here. But speaking of entertaining, let's keep it around the same waters. Heath for Impact, trending worldwide. Here we go. The reunion with Rhino at a different platform against Reno Scum.
So, similarly, right? He needs a W here, but and for all the same reasons, right? All the same reasons, except that if he does take an L, I don't think people care, because he's now continuing a gimmick he started somewhere else. You got Rhino. I like what he's doing with the cameos and shit. I think that's hilarious, but I don't care about him really. You know what I mean? I think he's like funny, haha, like whatever. Like you'll never be a championship wrestler at this rate, which is, fucked up to think, because I think he's a tremendous talent. It's just like where you at in the storyline, dog. Like that's where we're at.
Yeah.
So if he takes an L here, it's like, oh, I didn't care anyway. Moving on, right? Where Brian Myers is like there's a potential to springboard. Like if Heath wins, we're also not like, oh my God, he's ready for the title. A title, or like to
or
be taken
even
seriously.
A push or something. Yeah.
Right.
I wonder why they didn't put Brian Myers and Heath Slater together as a tag team and just like start something new with them. I mean, they are boys in real life.
I like them separate. I want them each to have their own individual push, man. I want them to be successful and all that.
But you just said something really interesting, right? You just said Brian Myers, right, get together with Heath and whatever their boys, blah, blah. Isn't Brian Myers' other boy available?
Nah, isn't he AEW?
Well, no, I think it's like a handshake agreement.
Oh, word.
It's a handshake agreement, yeah.
Okay.
So Matt Cardona, Matt Cardona's not officially signed with AEW.
Oh,
So maybe
Victory Road might be better off than we thought.
Hey, that's also an interesting name for the X Division Championship. Just saying, throwing that out there.
Yes.
And then having his boy Brian Myers, because like maybe that's the DQ. Ooh, so much room for activities. It's
So
gonna be
many
a good one.
activities. So let me ask you this, guys. The $1 million question here has to be, who's gonna have the better performance tonight? Brian Myers or Heath?
Brian Myers needs the better performance here tonight.
Needs
If
to
he-
have.
I agree.
Like Heath can get away with like with a fun match. That's not like a tremendous performance, and
Right.
and we'll be like, all right, cool. The bar is low for Heath. I think the bar is higher for Brian Myers. Like you're facing Tommy Dreamer, right? Like that's a legend.
Yeah.
And yeah, he'll take the L for people, but like you got to put on a show. Like
Facts.
he doesn't want to look like a schlub out there. You don't want to Goldberg Taker it. Like Tommy Dreamer is gonna go out there and like put on a show.
Oh yeah, he's
So-
gonna perform.
Right.
Most definitely.
So-
most definitely.
So on that end, like Tommy Dreamer is gonna deliver. You don't know what Brian Myers is gonna give you, because when's the last time we saw it? Right? We haven't gotten an opportunity to see that in
True.
forever.
Right.
So this is like you talked about like wanting to experience freedom and like gaining that freedom. Now put your money where your mouth is.
Let's see. Let's see what comes of it.
Yeah. You gotta show people that like, yo, he was wrong. He was wrong. I could do this. Or
Does he even have a new gimmick?
Nah,
I don't think it's an actual gimmick. Yeah. As long as we don't see them get buried and we see both winner and loser of each contest come out strong, I think that's all we can ask for. And hope for the best. One thing's for sure, all the recipe for excitement here tonight at Victory Road. And if you haven't done it yet, please go on and get it. Order it now on pay-per-view. Do what you have to do necessary to make sure you're tuning in to Victory Road tonight on part of an exclusive, entertaining weekend that you're going to get in the wrestling world today. That's for sure. Moving on, though, Bound for Glory is heavily featured in tonight's bouts on several occasions, one being which this next matchup coming up now. We're going to have a fatal four-way tag team match, right, Petey Chubby? Explain to me how Bound for Glory is going to benefit, the participants from Bound for Glory tonight.
So we have a participant from the 4 tag team that are going to face each other for Bound for Glory in Ace Austin, Anderson, Shelley, and Alexander. So it's pretty much, so we have 3 tag team specialists going up against a solo act in Ace Austin, with obviously Ace Austin having the advantage. So everything is looking in favor of Ace, but is he going to come out with the W tonight?
It's interesting you say that, right? That Ace is the singles guy out of all these guys, but I feel like all these guys were singles guys first, right? You got Machine Gun, Carl Anderson out here. Come on, like,
yes.
Yo, you gonna slander his name? Yo, Alexander, he's been running the North, right? But before that, he was a singles competitor.
That's
and
true.
when I see those 3 tag teams, right? Ace Austin's tag team, right? Carl Anderson and Lou Gallows and the North, I'm like, these are singles guys that were put together. The only real tag team here, is Shelley, right? And the Machine Gun. What the fuck? The Motor City.
The Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, thank you. God, yo, team. I gotta stop drinking when we do these shows. It's crazy.
It's kind of hard when you got Machine Gun Anderson too, and it's kind of like all these guns.
All these guys.
Pew pew.
Maybe we see a Bullet Club
Pew
appearance.
pew.
But so like this is gonna be a really interesting showcase to showcase the 3 singles competitors in this match. And then how does Shelley fit into that? Right? Like, can Shelley really go as a singles guy? The good thing is that a good 4-way match like this is a lot like a tag match. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to carry the match.
You see some teamwork, accidentally or intentionally, and it's gonna work out.
Ooh, who's gonna be the most likely to team up first?
Oh,
Mm.
I like Ace and Alexander from the North.
Think so?
Probably forming
I
a
think
little alliance against Anderson.
Anderson and Shelley.
Yeah, I see those two, maybe.
I would have said Anderson and somebody. Like Anderson feels to me like
The
he would
first
be the
one,
one that's like,
yeah.
yo, let's get this.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, like I think that'll happen.
He's
Yo,
only
but
being
it,
he's only being a
bet.
good brother.
Facts. Place your bets now online. Let us know who you think, and then we'll talk about it on Twitter live tonight during Victory Road for sure. With those Bound for Glory previews, we're gonna get a preview of what's gonna be in store for us at Bound for Glory come that tag match.
And Vic, thanks for saying all of that, right? Because tonight's gonna be a good night. But you know what else is gonna be a good night? Thursday night. Thursday night live at 9 p.m. Eastern. The bad guys come and they break down the whole week. We talk all the garbage, all the bullshit, and you guys can come hang out with the bad guys. Oh, and make sure you do a little bit of this. Take it, Vic. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Don't forget to subscribe and show us love. Moving on, we have another title up for grabs here tonight. The Women's Knockouts Championship up for grabs. Deonna Purrazzo against Susie. Oh, man, a little bump in the road to Bound for Glory. We all know Kylie Ray's at the end of that line, at the finish line, waiting. Deonna Purrazzo, do you think she successfully defends tonight?
Yes. I think she does. I think she goes on to this.
No trouble in paradise. An easy walk-through win here.
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with not taking Susie seriously. Right, like at least not taking Susie seriously as we did Su Yung, right? Like, Susie is, to me, she could take L's, and we know that this isn't her. You know what I'm saying? It's like when Bray Wyatt takes an L as opposed to like the Fiend. Right?
Yes, it's exactly that situation.
Su Yung could be her Fiend, and she can be like, oh well, I don't like wrestle, haha. You know, like, and we're like, all right, cool, whatever. And then she takes an L, no big deal. But then she comes back as Su Yung, and you're like, oh, okay, all right, this is a different game. So I don't know. I see Purrazzo, and Purrazzo has a lot to prove here too, for a lot of the same reasons as we've spoken about previously. Right, Purrazzo, a successful defense here goes a long way into proving her legitimacy as like not a face that the company just wanted to throw out there as getting their championship. No, like she is one of the best women's technical wrestlers in the world. So let's see that, and I want to see a lot more of that here tonight. And I think that comes with a defense.
I'm gonna hope for a second Tenille Dashwood appearance at this point of the night again, and maybe we get blessed with her presence again. We'll see about that.
Do we get an appearance by Kylie herself?
Or Kylie, maybe. Who knows?
Is this the beginning of the end for that friendship between Kylie and Susie?
Oh, maybe this is it.
Could be stirring the pot.
This could you may be on to something pretty chubby. Let's see. Sancochito is right. I'm going with arroz blanco y me fui.
I mean, it is dinner time.
Woo. Shout out to dinner.
What you guys getting?
I'm going to get some Blue 42 wings. I'm going to order my peanut butter and jelly wings straight from Blue 42. Shipped over to Pretty Chubby's crib, and then we're going to have some sancocho.
Peanut butter and Nutella, first of all.
Peanut butter Nutella.
Those are the ones. I forgot what they were called, but the Blue 42 wings is correct. Ladies and gentlemen, if you live in the North Jersey area, Blue 42 has got over 90 different wing combinations, wing flavors. Check them out. We're working on a bad guys flavor. It's going to be fuego caliente.
It's going to be fire. Fuego, I promise.
Va a estar mejor que tu mamá.
You know what else? Va a estar mejor que tu mamá? This main event tonight. Eric Young against Eddie Edwards. And I want to see Eddie Edwards get his ass whooped. Left and right. I want to see Eddie Edwards. I can't stand Eddie Edwards. Like, he's a great performer, but I hate him as a character. So I want to see his ass whooped all the time.
Okay. So I know who you're going for. Now, you know what? I'm going to second that because at this point, I've spoken to Eric Young recently, and I've seen the fire in the man's eyes, man. I see the determination. He's not playing around, Rich Swan. He's fully focused on you. And yeah, some may say he needs to be paying a little bit more attention to Eddie Edwards tonight. But the main goal has not been lost. And it's still in the back of his mind. And yeah, he's gonna see you through Eddie Edwards tonight. And I don't think that's good news for Eddie tonight. I think he's in a bad pickle, bad situation, wrong place, wrong time. Eddie Edwards, you're in for a long night. Yeah, sorry.
Listen, all I'm gonna add on to that is that it looks like Eddie Edwards might have his hands full after being attacked by Ken Shamrock this past week on Impact.
Ooh.
So you know that something's a brewing there.
The soon-to-be Hall of Famer.
Soon-to-be Hall of Famer. Shout out to The Rock.
Ooh. How about, man, if Ken Shamrock gets involved in this, and then Eddie Edwards gets involved in Ken Shamrock's Hall of Fame inauguration.
Ho ho!
I want to see that happen. So I'm going to be looking forward and looking out for Ken Shamrock out here, because that would really set the tone for a dope rebound, right? Like for a dope match where they settle the score at Bound for Glory, high stakes, high reward, another Legends match. This is one that Eddie Edwards will have to win, but Eddie Edwards has proven to go like hardcore, man, and it starts here tonight. I don't think he's gonna beat
that guy. Better move the fuck out the way. But yeah,
that's right. Mover su carro for tanque Honda, get a new one, cause
that's the tanque Honda.
But Eric Young has to put on a good show tonight. I feel like he's got to put on a good match tonight too, and I think he will. I have no doubt in my mind. It's gonna be dope.
Definitely gonna be dope. It's gonna be the main event. The World Championship's up for grabs. You know what it's worth, and you know we got to get to Bound for Glory somehow. This is the way we do it. Order it on pay-per-view. Do what you need to do now, and join the bad guys this Thursday. New time, same feel, same fix on YouTube. Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots, 9 p.m. East Coast. 10 count to 10 toe. See y'all next week.
Sorry about